sitting approximately 412 millimeters away from me. He is right next to me in my basement. We are just going to talk about what's happened today in the world of college basketball, hit on the Purdue game, obviously, and talk about what's coming up tomorrow and, kind of preview Selection Sunday, maybe what we think is going to happen. So, how are you feeling, Dalton? Have you been watching much basketball other than high school?
Yeah, today was a stellar day of college basketball, folks. Anybody that's a real true ball fan would agree with me. Will Berg had himself a day, ex-Purdue player. Real excited to see that. Not sure that. Never mind. I'm not going to go there. It's March. Anyways, Will Berg had a great day. Vanderbilt boat race, Florida. How's it sound?
Sounds fine.
Okay.
Sorry, we had to double check. We're in the same room, so.
Using the same mic. I'm actually muted, but I mean, Michigan should have lost today. Vandy boat races Florida. That was crazy.
Wild.
Dayton over St. Louis, who everyone thought St. Louis was so good. We heard nothing ever. The Ole Miss Arkansas, dude. Did you watch it?
I watched the end and overtime portion of that game.
That was a hell of a game.
Yeah, Darius Acuff is completely insane.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Ole Miss making that run just blew my mind, honestly. Utah State over San Diego State. I didn't get to watch much of that. Plus the Mountain West, their court really irks me. Ugly,
It's
dude.
terrible.
Yeah, so. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think about today?
Yeah, one of my favorite days of college basketball. We were busy at home doing a bunch of stuff. My wife is now texting me, telling me all the stuff I'm doing wrong on this podcast. So, won't be bad when she goes back to not watching anymore. No, I'm just kidding. I love you.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, back to tomorrow. Just happens to be we're at the same
I'm
house.
surprised she could even find it.
Well,
Honestly.
every once
you know
in
what, Megan? How did you even find the podcast?
every once in a while, she says, "Quit touching the mic." She's just making stuff up at this point. We haven't touched it
Oh, I
once.
think it's because you're touching the table.
Oh, maybe.
Yours is very sensitive.
Either way, yeah, college basketball, one of my favorite days of the year. A lot of tournament titles being handed out. You have UConn getting completely ass blasted. Sorry about my language. By St. John's. Tell me how they're a 2 seed. You cannot do it. Arizona, Houston was a great game. Arizona continues to prove that they can just get it done without having to shoot a lot of threes. So we'll let's roll through some of these games here. We'll get to Purdue last. So Arizona beats Houston. You came over and I told you this game was over. And then in a matter of 5 minutes from you being in my house, it went from a 15-point game to a 2-point game. And you're like, why do you lie to me all the time? And unfortunately, that's just part of our lives together. Sometimes I say things and they don't come true. So, what are your thoughts on these two teams? Like, these feel like two teams that could easily make a Final Four. Also, to me, feel like two teams that have some upset capability just because of the way they play. If a team gets crazy hot from three, I feel like they could go down.
Who were you talking about?
Houston and Arizona.
Oh, I mean, yeah, both of them obviously are Final Four contender teams. Houston relies so much on crazy three-pointers this year, whereas I feel like Arizona, even if they're shooting terribly from three, can still get you. I think Arizona has an inside presence in Koa Pete. They've got that Russian dude, the Russian foreign minister. I don't know his name. He was actually a boxer in Rocky once. But he can go off, and Houston's so reliant on the three this year. Like, Tugler is not a great inside presence. He's just not the best. I don't know. I'd be more worried about Arizona being in my bracket than Houston. So.
Yeah, Houston seems like they're only scary sometimes. And to me, that's a team that probably is going to do okay in March, but won't make it super far. But it was a great game. The Big 12 is as good or better than the Big 10. I mean, those are the two by far the best two leagues in the country right now. And I expect the Final Four, I would say the Elite Eight, to be at minimum half of those two leagues. Probably more like 6 out of 8 will be from the Big 10 and the Big 12. So neither one of those teams have that number of teams, or neither one of those leagues have that number of teams in them. So they're just liars to begin with, and I kind of like that going into March. Let's jump to Wisconsin, Michigan. I honestly wasn't paying a lot of attention to this game. I kind of watched the first half, said, "Oh, it's close. Michigan's going to run away," and then they kind of started to, and then Wisconsin just goes nuclear rap, just starts making everything, and gets them all the way back in it. And then we all know what happened at the end of that game. Axel Landenberg does what he is supposed to do as the player of the year in the Big Ten and hits a game-winning three. Not a big fan of the guy, but heck, I mean, he hit the shot when the shot needed to be hit. So what were your thoughts on that game? Did you watch it?
I did watch it. We were watching it, and I'll just give mad flowers to Austin Rapp. Just insane performance today in the second half. To be honest, Michigan shouldn't have won that game. Ade Mara got away with a real push-off in a very important part of the game. So I don't know. Michigan's skating by. They looked dominant. They went on one of their runs where it was a kill shot, a 10-0 run. Evan Maya, shout out Evan Maya. We love all your stats and brackets, but Michigan didn't look that dominant to me today, and I think if Purdue can get Ade Mara in foul trouble tomorrow, we have a good chance. I'm back on that. I think we're playing our best ball right now. Wasn't super impressed with Michigan. Cadeau just doesn't impress me. Morez Johnson is like a worse version of TKR that thinks he can shoot threes. I don't know. I think we have a shot for sure. Wisconsin, obviously, the guards played well today, but 13 and 14 points from their backcourt. Always get them mixed up, man. But their backcourt, it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Not against Michigan.
Yeah, and I think we talked about it yesterday. Their backcourt's been insane, putting up 50 points a game. And then in today's game, they put up 27, and they still had a chance. And that's the crazy part about today's game is they shouldn't have had a chance with the way that they played. But Michigan just wasn't great. Morez Johnson plays 32 minutes and only gets 4 points and 5 rebounds. That's just not enough for a guy like that. Yaxel was just okay. To me, Michigan is a matter of how much can Ade Mara play, and when he's in the game, they're unbeatable. When he's out of the game, they're extremely beatable. He is like the Edie, and I think you put a tweet out about it.
People were mad at me about that tweet.
But it's true though. Like
they missed the context of it.
What you were saying was I understand how annoying it must have been to play against somebody this dominant and this big.
Yep.
Because he affects the game on defense. It's not the offensive end. You have to play a completely different offense to be able to go against him. Yeah. This game he has 16 points, 8 rebounds in 30 minutes. If he can play 30 minutes a game, they're going to be tough to beat. And even though in this game they didn't look great, they had a bad effort from most of their top players and still won this game against a very good Wisconsin team. Elliot Cadeau has a pretty good game, not super efficient, but their role players. Nabari Burnett's 1 for 6, McKinney's 3 for 9, Gale's 1 for 4. They didn't get good performances from any of those guys, and I think you're starting to see a little bit of that Kaysen issue, him not being there as that lead guard to come in the game and really kind of put pressure on the other team. I think that's becoming a problem for them, but we'll see. And we'll kind of preview tomorrow's game here at the end of this, but was a great game of basketball.
I found a stat of why Wisconsin lost today. So Blackwell and Boyd collectively were 11 for 30 field goals today. They were 4 for 12 from 3. They only had 3 turnovers, but as a collective, let's see here, stats. Wisconsin only turned it over 10 times. Michigan 14, and they still somehow pull it out. That's frustrating, dude.
Yeah, Michigan just finds a way to win. And then that's what's made them so good. Their 2 losses were to Wisconsin when they bombed 100 threes into Duke. Duke is, I still say, not the same Duke team. Right now they're in a battle with Virginia, but All right, let's jump ahead. Good win by Michigan, though. It'll be a heck of a game tomorrow, and I don't know how much either team cares about that game. It doesn't seem to like it's going to matter at all to seeding either way. Michigan's a 1 seed, Purdue's a 3 seed. I don't think anything's changing. So we'll see how each team plays, whether they play their starters, whether they just play their benches. It'll be funny. I'd like to see the benches just play each other for 28 minutes.
That might be.
That
might go the Boiler way.
Maybe. Without Kaysen, it could. All right, let's jump to Vanderbilt in Florida. Maybe the most surprising result of the day. I'm going to bring in my little guy, Jameson. You got to pop over here, buddy. He's going to do it all crazy. He wants to comment on this game. What are your comments on this game, Jameson? Florida gets upset badly by Vanderbilt. And I've been saying for a while that I think Florida is getting overhyped because they've played nobody and the SEC's trash. What are your thoughts on this game?
I think it's crazy that Florida had 14 turnovers. And Vanderbilt, or whatever it's called, they had a 100% chance of winning. And that's all I have.
We love you, my guy. He's new to the podcast thing, but he's going to be a pro eventually. Give him some time here. Yeah, Vanderbilt just dominated him. Shoots 48% from three. I'm trying to look at the number here.
Got out-rebounded by 11, though, and
still won this game, dude.
17.
Well, I'm looking here. They shot 20 of 24 from two.
10 of 21 from three.
20 of 24 from two, though. That's an insanely high number. And, you got Florida over here, who I've been saying these top teams, Florida, Arizona, Michigan, not good three-point shooting teams. Everybody's so set on these guys are all going to make the Final Four. I don't buy it. There's going to be a team that comes in like Vanderbilt and just shoots lights out and beats you. If you can't catch up, once you get down, I've said this about a lot of these good teams. Great teams that can't shoot the three get down double digits.
Come back.
How do you come back if you don't have a three shot?
Purdue did.
Yeah, well, Purdue's one of those teams. If we're not shooting well, we don't have a chance. But yeah, what were your thoughts on this game? Because this was a crazy result.
I really didn't watch this game because I hate the SEC so much. Whereas every ESPN announcer hates the Big Ten, I am the Big Ten announcer that hates the SEC. The points off turnovers really stands out 24-14. Florida with 13 turnovers. That's 13 turnovers for Florida, 14 for Michigan today. Two of the 1 seeds going in, and they didn't hold back their starters. It wasn't like anybody was going lightly today. The largest lead was 25 for Vanderbilt. That's insane to me. Florida does have this possibility to get boat raced. We've seen it throughout the year. This isn't the same team as last year because their guard play. Xavier Lee and Boogie Fland have off games, very off games, and this can happen, and it probably will. I don't see a repeat coming. I have two favorite teams that I think can get the job done, whether they're playing on or not. Florida is not one of those.
Yeah, I've been fading Florida for a while everybody else is buying Florida. I think that Florida played over the last 10 games of their season a very mediocre schedule. And I think that, when you play a mediocre, it's like UConn. When you play a bad schedule, it makes you look better. It's Gonzaga every single year. They look good because they're playing bad teams. The SEC is historically bad compared to what they've been. I expect Lenardi to bump both of these guys up a seed line. So Florida will probably be the number 1 overall. Vanderbilt will be a 2. That's just how Lenardi works. He is a huge fan. Yeah, what up, Merrick? Maybe. I don't count anything out, and there's a chance. There's always a chance.
I will not be there, Merrick.
Shot in the dark.
Yeah, I'm saving for the Final Four, bro. I really am buying into that. I saw that you and Lauren made it up. I saw your picture with the boiler suits, guys. So you guys had some crazy seats. Tell the wifey hello for me. But yeah, I hope you guys cheer extra loud for me because I will not be there. Derek may do something manic and make his way to Chicago. I just don't feel like dealing with Chicago this weekend.
Yeah, I truly, truly hate everything about Chicago except their sports teams. I'm a Bears, Bulls, and Cubs fan, so you would think I love Chicago, but I absolutely hate that place. My dad did happen to mention, he hit me with the old text I get from him every once in a while that just says, tickets, ? And that's always something I like to look at. What up, Blake? Happy to see you on here. I haven't seen you in a while. Thought you hated us again. Wasn't sure. Saving your flight for Indy. Yeah, actually, if we get to St. Louis, and we're the Friday, Sunday, there's a world where I end up in St. Louis on Sunday because that's my territory for work, and I could go over there Sunday, watch the game, and then work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So we'll see.
Yeah, with it being St. Patty's Day weekend, it's just so crazy. Went to the Pacers game Thursday, and Indy is really chill. But honestly, Indy's about as city as I can enjoy, man. It's just how it is. So, did you guys stay up there tonight, Merrick? Are you guys coming back? Did you come back?
He said, hit me up if you come up, Derek. I think I'm buying tickets. Yeah, if I buy them, it'll be kind of last second. If I had to guess, just being completely honest, we have a home appraisal coming up on Monday. So I'm guessing I got too much other shit going on to do that. And me and my son, he has a science project where we're testing how temperature affects the bounce of a golf ball. Pretty excited about it. He's right here. He's not near. I did this same thing when I was a kid his age. So
Andy,
really excited. What up, Andy in Colorado? We love you.
All the homies in here tonight.
I don't know where Rickest is. He's probably
nobody tagged him, dude. He's probably in bed.
I don't know what he's going. Your wife says she wants to go to Chicago.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool
thing. Cool thing to say.
And Andy, we won't call you Andrew, my guy, because that's something only Rickest does, and we understand that's not cool to do to somebody. But yeah. Anyway, Vanderbilt, Florida. Surprising result, but really not. I think Vanderbilt is similar to St. John's. Like, if I'm being just completely honest, not a team I want to see as a Purdue fan. Just athletic, can get hot, and just if they get going from three, you're not really gonna have a chance.
St. John's is a problem, folks.
St. John's is a problem. We'll get to that game.
I've been calling this.
Merrick says those picks of the Boilers and the suit guys was from home against Washington. Well, resurfacing old things is great. You know?
I didn't know any difference.
Sometimes you got to recycle things.
I won't tell anybody, dude.
My son Jameson, he's sitting right next to me, but he decides to throw in a comment. Most of these games were great today. Love you, buddy.
It's a very Big Ten commentator comment.
Yeah. He eventually, if you hate some of the Big Ten commentators or Steve Pearl, which we all do, maybe Jameson will get there one day and he'll be the next guy. He's got to learn when he gets in front of a camera not to freeze, but I think that's a 10-year-old thing.
We believe in you.
We believe in you, my guy.
These people are all our friends.
Yeah, man. These are all homies.
Yeah, everybody.
Andy said he messaged Rickest, as you should have.
Hey, thank you.
This is what happens.
We're going to get yelled at, dude.
Every time in the Discord, this is what happens. I get in the Discord and I start commenting, and then Rickest starts private messaging me, and then he gets mad that I'm responding to comments and not his private messages, and I'm like, Rickest, I can only respond to Dalton, my dad, the Discord, Twitter, and I can only do so many things at one time.
And I get mad too. If somebody ignores me, I will send, all right then, keep your secrets.
Yeah, dude.
I will send a Giphy, and that means I'm upset.
And I apologize whenever I do that.
Anybody watching this MAC game? If you're watching this MAC.
Oh, Toledo and Akron.
You should be watching. This is top level ball right
And
here,
we played Akron.
Yeah.
And I like Akron
They're
a lot.
Tough, bro.
Tough. Blake did mention, and I just put it up and I'll take it back down. St. John's 4 or 5 seed. Yeah. Let's jump to that game. UConn St. John's. Wow.
Boat race.
This has been a weird matchup all year, right? Because UConn absolutely obliterated them the last time they played, and then
who's at home?
At home, it's just been a weird series. But to me, neither one of these teams deserves to be a top 3 seed. To me, it's crazy that UConn's getting that 2 and 1 seed consideration, while St. John's is a 4 and 5. But St. John's won the Big East tournament and won the Big East
and beat UConn.
And beat UConn
season.
2 out of 3 times.
Yeah.
Somebody walk me through that. Go Zips.
That's wild, brother. I don't know. Terrace Reed was 8 for 17 as a big man with 7 boards tonight. As a big man, you shoot 8 of 17. TKR goes 8 for 17. We're losing. We're losing that game. Solo ball 1 of 7, 0 for 4 from 3. Braylon Mullins 2 of 9, 1 of 5 from 3.
Demery 1 of 6.
Yeah, I mean that was a bad game. You had one guy in double figures. You score 52 points. You are not winning that game. Meanwhile, you're playing St. John's, and they are one of the most athletic teams in the country. Like, if they get the right run, you may see them in Indy. I'm calling that now. Like, they're a very undisciplined team, but, you know, Pitino knows a thing or two about coaching in March. He's a Tom Izzo style coach in March. He can make things happen.
For sure. And you know, if you really look at this too, like, a funny stat of this game, and I'm sure Dan Hurley loved this, they had 17 turnovers, UConn did, and 19 made field goals. They go 3 for 19 from 3. I'm sorry, like, this team does not have the guards to get it done in March. Demery and Ball are just not it. And the big guys, Caravan is just a guy who should be gone. And Terrace Reed Jr., you know, how many of these Michigan State bigs are going to go to other schools, like, and probably torch Purdue, but nobody else? You know, we just saw it again today with Xavier Booker. It happens with Terrace Reed. It's just a matter of these guys. They couldn't make it at Michigan State. Michigan State's probably the most forgiving school when it comes to these guys. I just don't see it with UConn. And if Purdue's a 3, give me UConn as the 2 all day long, and I will be as happy as I could possibly be. And Blake Whitmer, he only speaks the truth, and he says UConn stinks, and he wouldn't say that if God wasn't on our side.
Zuby Ejiofor had 7 blocks.
That's insane.
9 rebounds, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 7 blocks. This guy, he's insane. I really hope St. John stays out of our bracket. This is a team, big physical athletic team with big physical athletic guards. Bryce Hopkins is a baller. I mean, you don't want to see him in March.
Dude, they had 5 bench points and beat UConn by 20.
What I'm saying, man, it's not a team I want to see. I'm high on St. John's. You'll see that in our upcoming bracket show. Do you want to announce that, actually? I don't know what day, but we have a guest we're doing a bracket show with.
Yeah, we're a couple of them, actually. We're going to do one with bench points.
Tomorrow night.
We will try to have a show before then. If we don't, it'll all just be kind of lumped. Is that going to be on their channel or ours? Do you know?
It'll be on their channel.
On Bench Points channel, so check that out. We'll try to share it too. But and then we're going to do something next week with Zach Vaught. He has to come on. If anybody else wants to pop on that show, it'd be cool to have 4 or 5 people. You know, Blake, if you want to come on, Andy, anybody that wants to pop on.
Even Merrick.
We
haven't had you on. I've been talking about it, bro. You said maybe in March.
Yeah. We're just going to do a preview show. So we're just going to run through the bracket and kind of make our picks, kind of talk about it a little bit. It's not going to be anything super high level. It's just have fun. Like, the bracket's coming out, dude. We're here. Like, it's crazy that the bracket literally comes out in, 20 hours?
March.
We finally got here. Like, me and Dalton are going to be watching these games Friday and Saturday. And, you know.
Watch party at my house, by the way, Thursday and Friday if you're off work and in Indiana. Within reason.
Yeah.
If you're weird.
Yeah, don't be weird.
Yeah.
If you are weird, bring a cake.
It's my house.
Yeah, Blake said he'll jump on, so there's another guy. So we'll have at least 4.
Yeah. Let's go, Blake.
I'll give you some updates on times there, Blake.
All
right, let's jump to the next game real quick. We'll kind of run through these as we go here. I lost where. Oh, there we go.
You're gonna leave out Wichita State, bro?
No, I'm getting down the list here, buddy.
All right.
Ole Miss, Arkansas. Darius Acuff Jr. is an absolute insane stud, and I do not want to see him in March. I think Arkansas is one of the biggest sleepers that there is in the tournament because guards win in March, and Darius Acuff is the best. And I know we have Braden. He is the best guard, not point guard, just guard in college basketball right now. The dude is just lighting up everybody that he plays. What did he have in this game? I bet it was insane. I haven't even looked. Has 24 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and that's not even a good game for him. He's really good. Arkansas, Ole Miss almost made a miracle run here. They almost made it to the title game of the SEC. This shows you how bad the SEC is.
I was bummed, bro. I was watching this AJ Storr, ex-Big Ten player, had a hell of a day. Almost took Ole Miss on a Cinderella dance. I mean, the shoe had to be returned today, dude.
Yeah.
It fit, and the glove did fit too.
Yeah, let's just real quick because nobody really cares about the SEC. Cinderella's. Everybody is convinced this year is going to be real chalky, okay? And because last year was, everybody's convinced the 1 seeds are going to walk. I am the opposite. I think this is going to be one of the craziest March Madnesses, and I don't mean necessarily like the 10s, the 15s, the 14s. I think the top 20 teams in college basketball all can beat each other on any given night. I truly believe that. I think a team like Wisconsin can go beat 3 or 4 teams. Like Vanderbilt, the St. John's, like a lot of these 4 and 5 seeds legitimately can be better than 1 seeds on any given night. And I think you're going to see a lot of upsets, and I'm excited to see that. We'll talk about that, Jameson. We'll talk about that. Don't get ahead of us, Jameson. Don't get ahead of us.
Calm down, bro.
A couple of these we'll just quick hit. Yale beats Cornell to go to the finals of the
Battle of the smart kids.
Smart Kids Be Smart. A lot of smart stuff going on there. UMBC, the team that beat Virginia, that made Purdue not be the only 16 seed.
They're back.
They're back. And if they are in UConn, if UConn is a 1 seed or Duke is a 1 seed, I'm picking UMBC. No, I'm just kidding.
NBC.
But they are back.
NBC.
Howard beats North Carolina Central to make the tournament. Way to go, Howard. Love to see that.
Howard.
I just love watching these games. If you don't watch these mid-major games where these guys get bids, you should. It's the excitement level, dude. This is their only shot. They don't get that large. So really cool to watch. Dayton beats St. Louis. That was kind of an upset. A lot of people were high on St. Louis all year long. And now my question to you is, does St. Louis still get in that large bid? They don't win their conference tournament. What did they finish on the season?
I need to pull the net.
Yeah, they finished 28-5.
Hold on, folks.
So the thing about March Madness, no 4-loss teams ever not made March Madness, or no 3-loss team.
5. They're 5 now.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. They got that other loss. They didn't get their conference tournament. Not sure what happens here.
Man, I really gotta go down to find them. Help me out here. Pause. Don't leave.
Bro, you got to learn the Control F. $29. Yeah, they're gonna make it. 29. They're gonna make it.
They're 2-1 quad 1, 6-2 quad 2.
Yeah, they're gonna make it.
6-1 quad 3, 13. I mean, if that team doesn't get in, something's crazy, man. I wanted to have the data pulled up before I spoke on it. I don't like to look like a dumbass unless it's on Twitter, which we all know that I tend to. Jameson
He's falling over his own feet over here.
falling down.
Trying to be quiet, and he dropped his phone. He's my son. Pennsylvania beats Harvard to advance to face Yale in an overtime game. Pretty good game. Pennsylvania would kind of be like a little bit of a surprise shock there. South Florida beats Charlotte in a blowout to make to the ACE American Conference Championship semi. VCU beats St. Joseph handily. Wichita State, the Berg, the Iceberg. Let's pause. Station identification.
Pause for Wilberg stats of the day. Let's go, dude. 13 points on 4 of 6 shooting, 5 of 7 from the free throw line, 14 rebounds, 4 assists.
4.
Let's go, Willie Berg. I'm proud of you, bro. I know my sister's proud of you. Just a nice kid, good kid. Always cheering for you, Will. Keep it rolling, bro. Take Wichita State on your back. I mean, they have some tough guards. They're a team you probably don't want to see in the first round. And Wilberg has made strides. I know a lot of people were, we kind of treated him similar to DJ last year.
Yeah.
And I think it's a little unfair to the fan base. And I'm not a huge fan of it. I try my best to not criticize to that level, but I think we need to think about the level of ball we're playing at and how these guys develop.
Yeah.
Brantley needs time with these guys. You'll see it next year when DJ is, today he had 2 throwdown dunks that were nasty, and I think we'll see so much of that next year. But everyone turned their back on Wilberg last year, and now look at what he's doing at Wichita. I mean, the guys per 40, to be honest, was nasty last year. We just got to keep this stuff in mind, and I'm not preaching. It's a Saturday night. No one gives a shit, so.
Saturday night. Yeah, Wichita, goes on to face South Florida to make a bid at the NCAA tournament. Would love to see Bergen there. Would love to see them as a 14 seed going against Purdue.
Ooh.
Oh, boy.
I
want to see it. I think Berg goes ham in that game, but I think we still win. But, yeah, great game for Will Berg. Happy for the guy. Happy for Miles Colvin. He's had a great year, too, out of Wake Forest. Heidi's been okay over at Texas. If guys are going to leave the program, I don't ever think it's ill will with Purdue. We're not that type of program. I want to see him do well. Brian Waddell's had a great year at Western Kentucky. Like, a lot of guys have done super well that have left, and that's not to mean like they should have been here. It just means that they needed to go somewhere else and find their footing. Blake Whitmer says he always boosted the iceberg, never disliked him. Yeah, we love Wilberg. Dalton's sister is a good friend of Wilberg, so she's confirmed he's a great dude and
Good dude.
Really wish he would have worked out at Purdue, but I think for him the system that Purdue runs. Jameson just spilled water all over a bunch of electronics. Can you go get a towel, my guy? And this is what happens when you allow your 10-year-old son in the room. We love you, but come on, bro. You got to be better than this. Utah State beat San Diego State to win the Mountain West. Utah State continues to just be a horse out in the Mountain West. Get them in a real conference, though. I'm tired of listening to everybody tell me that their arena's so good. You know what I mean?
Oh, that was only one guy, and that was a guy that says everybody's arena is so good. Mr. Ryan Hammer. They have a great game day atmosphere. Utah State, though, they ran the MWC tournament.
And then last one I got, Prairie View A&M defeats Southern to win the SWAC. Kind of an upset. Southern was kind of maybe the favorite there and bid stealer a little bit, Prairie View A&M. So probably going to be a 16 seed, probably going to get completely ass blasted, but this is the way that it is.
Hey, they shot 9 of 18 from 3, buddy.
Solid game.
I mean,
game.
Their field goals were 27 of 60, so they shot better from 3, than they did regular old twos. The old twos that are going away, dude.
Yeah, twos are long gone unless you're a 1 seed.
Oh, we got a tie game, Toledo and Akron, folks.
Turn it on.
Let's go.
Toledo and Akron was always going to be a great game. Akron, maybe the most dangerous, whatever they're going to be. They're probably going to be a 14.
It's like Fort Wayne versus Evansville right here, dude.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent of Fort Wayne versus Evansville.
Yeah, you're talking about 2 small towns in Ohio. Probably some bad blood. Probably somebody with somebody's sister. There's some weird stuff going on, but all right.
Aunt, bro.
Let's jump to the final result of the day that we haven't talked about, Purdue and UCLA. Pretty apparent Purdue was not going to play the starters the normal run. That we were going to conserve some energy. Braden, the only guy over 28 minutes. None of the other starters hit 30 minutes. Even Braden sits the last 6 minutes of the first half. I think we were all kind of sitting around going, what the hell? Do we even want to win this game? What are we doing? But, in the end, you end up getting a victory. Jack Benner hits a couple big threes. That was exciting to see. DJ does have a little stretch run in the second half where he has a good stretch with a couple buckets and a block. Omer continues to look more and more comfortable. Like, I'm starting to buy the vision on Omer more and more as time goes. I don't know as a true point. Maybe that's Ertl, and Omer's just the let's go get buckets guy. But Purdue gets the win nonetheless. Slay's a demon. UCLA beats us earlier this year. And Purdue goes to the finals. What were your thoughts on this game? How much did you even get to watch? And, what was I think this was like a C minus game for Purdue. But you get the victory against a pretty injury-laden team by the second half, out Bilodeau out. But, credit to UCLA. They put some fight in.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good game. I was watching a live game as well as watching a Purdue game. I've done that twice this week, so getting pretty good at that. I think Lawyer finding a stroke is just fantastic. Braden looked pretty rough today. Just the 5 turnovers, 5 points, just the shooting, something seems to be not ticking there right now. I'm sure he'll figure it out before next week. And we may not even need him to in those first couple rounds. Like, he may just need to find the open guy. I think Jack Benner had a great day today with 6 boards and 8 points. I mean, just all the hustle play of Jack Benner. I was once told by an account that he wouldn't see meaningful minutes. He seemed meaningful to me.
Barely meaningful.
And it seemed like we didn't play like shit when Jack Benner was on the floor today. Something that is concerning to me, and I talked to my wife who is a fanatical fan of a certain player on our team, and what is concerning is Sha'Carri Harris's play as of late. Really hoping he gets it figured out, because when he comes in, we need those minutes off the bench. Somebody's got to fill the CJ role. We cannot just depend on Benter and Meyer. You know, we're going to have all these guys going, the wheels turning once it comes to, you know, second weekend, third weekend of March. So that was my thought. It was a gritty win. You know, if we had played our game like Clough and TKR 28 and 26, both had a double-double. Not in those kind of minutes, that's crazy.
Yeah, your quick math's terrible. It was 29 and 24.
What do you mean?
You said 28. Oh, you said minutes. I thought you were counting their points plus rebounds. That's how close that was. They had 20.
Don't ever do that again. Don't even try.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm the wrong one.
I'm not sorry.
I'll call myself out. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Your talk of Braden. To me, and tell me if you think I'm crazy. It seems like he's like dead set. Like, I need this record so I can get past this.
Not sure.
Like, it feels like once he sets this record, offensive-minded attack Braden will come back. But he has not looked at the rim since he got really close to this. And now we're down to like literally it's guaranteed because he has a minimum 2 games left, and he's only 17? No, not even that. 14 away maybe.
13, I believe, is the count now.
He was 22, had 9, so 13 away. Yeah. So it's guaranteed. I would love for him to do it tomorrow against Michigan, win or lose, get it over with. But I think it's going to happen early, first round of March Madness, which is fine. We should win that game going away. The thing about this Purdue team and versus previous ones, the floor of this team is way higher. Like, we're not like, you know, if I get backfired on here, whatever, we're not gonna lose to a 14, 15 seed.
Oh my God,
we're not.
Oh,
we're not.
Please
Dude,
stop.
ever since the 16 seed loss,
Please.
listen, when you lose to a 16 seed, you will never lose another game like that again. As a program, you won't do it because it's happened. Virginia hasn't done it. It won't happen. That's my belief, truly.
Bold strategy, caught. Let's see how it plays out.
Let's see how it plays out. Yeah, and I'm shocked that you went that far into that conversation without talking about your guy, dude. Oscar Clough without Oscar Clough, we lose.
I don't need to say anything else.
You do though. In this game, 17 and 14 with 9 offensive boards.
I expect that out of Oscar. Because I've been screaming it all year since we picked him up as a transfer.
You have.
I don't have anything left to say. The man comes in, he does what we need him to. He does his job. Oscar Clough is exactly what Purdue thought he was. He gets the job done.
We will not lose to a 14 seed, Andy. And I don't want that kind of language ever being spoken upon.
Andy.
It won't happen. I understand. Trust me. I said it'll be the most embarrassing thing ever to happen to Purdue basketball if we lose to a 14. Not the 16 seed. If we fill the only slot, that 14 seed slot needs to stay there for the rest of mankind. But yeah.
Setting up great.
Yeah, it's setting up so perfectly for Purdue. Oscar Clough was incredible. I mean, he has been the player of the tournament. If Purdue ends up going on to win this tournament, he will be the MVP. I think I heard he has 37 points and 28 rebounds or something like that in 3 games. Insane numbers. He's playing heavy minutes. Even in this game, he plays 28 minutes. So,
Blake proving you wrong too.
Blake.
Thanks, Blake.
Blake. Furman was a gifted program, and I don't think you're giving them enough credit. No, I know. Let me live in my fantasy world, okay? Bro. You know, nobody on Epstein Island ever said, "Hey, this is a bad idea." Okay.
Dusty May did on Epstein Island.
Oh God, here we go again. We're gonna have the whole Michigan fan base after us again. Bring it on, mother
Dusty May was on Epstein Island, folks.
Anyway, Purdue now wins their 3rd straight in this tournament without playing well, right? People can say this, but Purdue hasn't shot over 40% one time. We haven't gotten any sort of good shooting game from Braden, any sort of good offensive game from Braden. He's just been passing the ball. Fletcher's been pretty good. I'll give him that, but the bench hasn't been great. I am happy with what I'm seeing from Omer, but in this game he goes 1 for 5. You know.
Blake said he sees him as a 2, which I've talked about.
Yeah.
I think Ertl went for 34 today against Pike,
yep.
which is a D1 level team.
Very
full
good.
of high schoolers, insane D1 level talent on Pike. And Ertel went for 34 today as Mount Vernon won their regional. The kid is a monster. He has the highest motor of anybody coming into Purdue. You put him and West and Omer and Jack Benner together, next year will be exciting. You can mark my words right now. As long as the development comes along for DJ, and Sinewan is as good as he is projected to be.
Yeah. Also, his name is not Sinewan.
Sinewan.
I think it's Sinan. But
Cool.
if you want to give him another fucking syllable in his name, whatever.
Sinewan.
I do want to say Blake says low-key Michigan highly involved with Epstein. And if we're being honest here, he's from the islands, so he understands.
Island boy.
And he said he can send
Island
receipts.
boy.
And Blake, I would like to see those receipts. Also, Blake, a man of God, so he wouldn't make some stuff up like that.
Hey, we're not going there. Right he was on the Epstein Island.
Xavier Booker yet again dominates Purdue. I don't know why. He plays his best basketball ever against Purdue, but he does again. One thing I do want to say before we get off this game, and it was a great win by Purdue. Gritty, different. You know, we won the first games pretty handily. This was definitely a different kind of victory. The bench had to kind of hold their own because Painter said, you're playing. I don't care what you want. You're going to play. The bench gets, 16, 15, 18, and 9 minutes, respectively. That's a lot of minutes for our bench, especially the way they didn't deserve them. Painter just said, I need the starters to sit a little bit here. So I do want to say this. I hope Donovan Dent's okay. The way he's played the last 7-8 games of the season has been something special. What we kind of hoped he would be all year, I think. He just wasn't, and then he's really turned it on. I mean, at one point, recently he was 73 assists to 6 turnovers over a 7-game span, which is just outrageous. Hope he's okay. Hope he gets to play in March Madness, and they don't have to be without him. Same with Bilodeau, but Bilodeau's injury did look a little more troublesome. But UCLA is a tough out. I think that's the thing about the Big Ten this year. Like all year, we've talked about how top-heavy they are, but Wisconsin, UCLA,
The middle.
Iowa. These teams are maybe they could lose first round. Like I saw this today on Twitter. Wisconsin feels like a team that everybody's going to pick to go to an Elite Eight, and they're going to lose first round. But that's how they are, though. Wisconsin is that team.
I feel like with Winter coming back and the way that Boyd alone is playing,
Chip on his shoulder.
I think that they make it at least to the second weekend.
I think so.
Yeah, I do believe that with
They're going to be in that 5-12.
because Boyd and Winter, and you've got Rapp. Rapp is hitting his stride right now. They just played Michigan to the last bucket, which honestly, the foul on Ademar really changed the outcome of that game. But I believe Wisconsin's a second weekend team, and I think you can write that one up. And if anybody disagrees with me, please let me know why. Because the guard play in March is everything, and these guys don't make mistakes. They had a terrible shooting day today between the two of them. Just awful.
Still almost won the game.
Still almost beat the best team in the country.
Yeah, very facts.
So
Very facts. Yeah, that's what I think. I think we're on the same page because, I mean, you throw UCLA, Iowa, Wisconsin, say you want to throw Nebraska in as the middle of the Big Ten. That's dangerous teams. Teams that could lose first round. I'm not saying they can't. One of them will, undoubtedly. But one of those 4 teams will make an Elite Eight run.
yeah.
And then you also, behind them, have Michigan, Michigan State, Purdue, and Illinois.
Yeah.
And one of those teams is going to be in a Final Four, probably 2, and at least 2 of those teams are going to be in Elite Eight. So I think the Big Ten has 3 Elite Eight teams. I think the Big 12 has 3 Elite Eight teams. And then there's probably 1 Big East and 1 SEC team in there. Could be wrong.
The Big East is a joke.
Hey, you're the St. John's guy.
I am the St.
St. John's
John's guy. I will say that they have a very high ceiling and a very first-round floor. So that's what I'll.
Hey, tie ball game Akron with 30 seconds left. This is beautiful basketball. If you're not watching this Akron and Toledo game, the battle of the mid-towns in Ohio, the Rust Belt, as they say, then you're really missing out. And also Duke, Virginia in a battle, 50-49 with 13 minutes left. I am convinced, and no one will believe me, that Duke is not a 1 seed without Caleb Foster. I think that Duke is a team that's going to lose probably in the second week. They're not making it to Indianapolis. They will not do it. Akron ball, says Blake Whitmer, my guy. Also, sneaky good game developing Kennesaw State and Louisiana Tech in the Conference USA final, 43-37. Again, my favorite time of basketball, not for all the big-time conference games. Those are great. It's for these little games, the Akrons, the Toledos, the Kennesaw State, Louisiana Tech. These games that mean everything to these teams. Like nobody, honestly, Purdue, Michigan tomorrow, great game, whatever. Doesn't matter who wins. Doesn't matter who loses. Both teams are locked into their seeds. Michigan's a 1, Purdue's a 3. Don't think anything changes from that game. These games matter. These games are everything. And Toledo goes and beats Akron. You get an Akron team that, man, do you have to think about them getting an at-large at that point? I mean, they'd be 17-2 in conference, 28-6. Played a tough schedule. Man, pretty crazy.
I don't know, dude.
Oh, sorry, Andy. We're not trying to ruin your stream here. And I don't know why Blake just basically commented and said exactly what you just said. There must be, are you traveling for work or something? Let's not pretend like Andy has a job. He lives in Colorado.
Gosh,
I'm just kidding, Andy. I love you. This is like me being Rickus. I got to take over his spot here.
don't do it.
Any ESPN? Okay, you have to pirate it. That makes sense. You need to get YouTube TV. Oh no! 7 seconds left. Akron hits a 3. Uh-oh. It's all down to this. 4, 3. Oh no! Uh-oh. Oh! Oh! Wow!
Crazy.
Akron wins the game. Toledo almost.
That's really gonna help our net rating.
Yeah, that's gonna help us. That was crazy. That dude almost made that fadeaway loose ball 3. That was nuts. This is why I love college basketball, ladies and gentlemen.
Get that Duke game back on for me. Get that.
Jameson really wants me to say this. Michael Jordan quote of the day: "Talent wins games, but teamwork and intelligence wins championships." Akron has teamwork and intelligence.
At Purdue.
Akron has teamwork and intelligence. Andy in Colorado. I was in Chicago for work last weekend. Had to miss the Purdue game against Wisconsin. Good thing you missed it. And he said that, which I wouldn't say I missed it. Yeah, that was an ugly game.
Ugly.
Wasn't
Ugly
happy.
game.
Let's jump ahead real quick. We're getting close to an hour. We probably ought to pop off here. Otherwise,
Yeah, talk about the Big West tournament at 10 p.m., dude.
tonight.
Hawaii, UC Irvine.
Oh, is that the final?
Yeah, baby.
Oh, give me UC Irvine by 12.
Dang. For what reason?
I have none. I like their name, and UC Irvine carried me last year in the March Madness games, so I just like them, like what they're about. Let's go Zips. Yeah, Purdue beat them by 40 or something.
No, we didn't. That was a close game.
Hey. Let me continue with my narrative.
I think we went to that game.
We were at that game. Let me continue with my narratives.
I don't think so, dude.
I think I can rewrite things. If I just say them,
You can't, bro.
I can rewrite them.
You gotta look at who you're hanging out with. Right
Just
now.
like we would have beat Michigan if they didn't cheat for 4 minutes.
You don't let shit slide when I say it, so I can't let shit slide when you say it.
All right, tomorrow, what do we have? We got
Whack.
Ooh.
The whack.
No, you're jumping too far ahead.
The
here.
whack.
We got Pennsylvania and Yale final at noon, starting out.
Smart
Andy in
kids.
Colorado used to live in Hawaii. You went from Hawaii to Colorado. I think you're about something. I'm not going to say what it is on air, but I think you're about something.
Partying and living great places.
Living in
dude.
great places.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
what I was going to
Andy
say.
likes to party, dude.
Andy, I like to party. We like to party.
We do.
Like to party. If you watch Bob Does Sports, you get it. If you don't, you think I'm an idiot.
I don't watch it.
Tomorrow in the SEC final, 2 absolutely first-class teams in Arkansas and Vanderbilt. Actually, 2 teams that I don't want to see in March, but I would have loved to see in January. Who do you got in that game? That's a tough one.
I'm gonna go Arkansas. Pringle has a big day, and I think Arkansas rolls. Vanderbilt is streaky. They played Florida today, so I think they're gonna be dumped.
Yeah.
I mean,
Little.
it's like when you play Purdue, man. Next game is tough. Doesn't matter who you play, it's gonna be tough. So I think maybe Vanderbilt has some lack of legs under them, which Arkansas did play in overtime today, but you've got Darius Acuff, and Pringle is used to playing that Alabama style of ball, so his cardio is a UFC fighter level of cardio.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think I would take Arkansas in this game if I had to. Salukie's in the house. What up, Saluki? Happy to see you here. You're a little late.
What up, Jeffy?
I'm not a guy who keeps track of time a lot, but here we are. I mean, we started at 9 o'clock. We had no prep. Nobody was warned.
We didn't even put it up on YouTube.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Dalton's
So
like,
don't let Derek.
Dalton's like, hey, well, let's just go live. I'm like, all right, cool.
I pretty much forced this for you guys.
Yeah,
so
he did it for the fans,
I did.
and
I'm all about it.
we
bro.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
I didn't ask you who you got in Pennsylvania, Yale. Got to be Yale, right?
Oh yeah, dude. Who created the quadratic formula? That would be Yale, dude.
Oh my God, dude.
Run the annexation of Puerto Rico to a T, and you will win.
Dude,
Yale.
just found out after years of friendship, Dalton's way smarter than I thought he was after all those words he just threw out here. Definitely didn't think he even knew what Yale was.
Oh, yeah, I've
just
been
kidding.
there, dude. I was in the Skull and Crossbones for 3 years with George Bush Jr.
Didn't know there was a junior.
Yeah,
I knew there was a senior.
No one does, dude,
Yeah,
because
dude.
he's in the Skull and
Yeah, he's in the
Crossbones
Skull and
or-
Cross-
yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah.
Stanley Kubrick type shit.
Yeah, dude. Do you row crew? You probably row crew, don't you?
Oh yeah, dude.
I got Yale. Obviously, that's a no-brainer. Anyway, that went haywire. Dayton VCU. Not gonna be a bad game. Dayton's hot.
Yeah, I love VCU, and I love VCU of the olden days.
Oh,
when
yeah.
long shorts
Shaka.
were worn, dude, and love watching VCU play. Something about the name. Give me VCU by 4.
I'm gonna take Dayton on a game winner.
All right. Another mid-Ohio town somehow making it.
Yeah. Mid Ohio is the place to play ball.
Man, there's some weird.
I mean,
alien-
if your
alien.
name's like Bruce Thornton's gonna make it, and
Some alien.
we never thought he'd make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a year of Ohio.
I
Let's just
guess.
call it what it is,
Oh,
dude.
man.
LeBron James is coming back.
LeBron James.
Why is this on my TV? All right. Wichita State and South Florida. Who you got? American Coast Conference Championship. Whew.
Give me a Wilberg double-double, baby.
Let's go.
Give me a Wilberg double-double, and Wichita State rolls. We'll see you in March.
Yeah, Wichita State wins this game, ends up a 14 seed, and they're in Purdue's bracket. No, I'm just hoping for Wichita State. I'm rooting for them. Same thing at the bubble. I'm going to be rooting for Texas. I'm going to be rooting for Wake Forest. Like, I want to see Purdue guys in the tournament. And Wilberg is one of those guys, and I really hope they win this game. I'll be watching this game. 3:15 tomorrow. Basically the same time as Purdue. Sounds like a perfect split box for the YouTube TV. Following right into the announcement of the bracket. Going to be great times. Probably one of the worst basketball days of the season when it comes to, like, you're just waiting all day. Now, it's nice Purdue's in the final because normally Purdue's not. They don't care about this tournament. But normally you're waiting. Like, these games are like, whatever. Who gives a shit? Just give me the bracket already. And you got to wait till 6:30, and then Clark Kellogg comes on, and he's like, your team sucks. And you got to just sit around and wait on that. Oh,
Andy,
he can't hit me with it. He can't do it.
Andy, it's actually in Derek's basement, and I'm in Derek's basement right now, and I cannot stop hearing that right
Did
now.
you hit the button?
I did.
We can't hear it because we're in the same room.
No, we've got our volume turned down. Usually Derek has the headphones
This
on.
is unbelievable that
so
he's
I
doing
smoked
this.
him.
And I don't even get to react.
Yeah, I hit you with the button.
I'm going to hit you with this button, dude. Cap.
The cap.
I can't
Stop
even
the
hear
cap.
it. Stop the cap. And then the sad trombone to follow it up. And then shut up, bitch.
Shut up, bitch.
Come on. We don't need that.
Um,
There's no reason.
hey, Saluki, Jeff, let us know if you want to come on Monday or Tuesday. We got Blake coming on. Zach Vought's going to come on. We're going to do like a basically like kind of like a pick 'em through the bracket and kind of just talk about the games and the matchups and obviously focus on Purdue a little bit. But would love to get 5 or 6 guys on there so we can kind of go around the horn style. We can think of some fun questions and some fun topics and ideas. So, Jeff, if you want to pop on, let us know. Same with you, Andy. We'd be happy to hear it.
Yeah, I hang out with Derek's fake family quite frequently. I like to feed the delusion a little bit.
Yeah, he comes over with his family. He's like, oh, hi, Derek's wife. Hi, kids.
Hey, James Jameson.
Yeah, it's
How you
unbelievable.
doing, dude? Yeah, I perpetuate the madness here, fellas. So, yeah, that's how I keep my friend happy here.
Listen, you
so.
son of a bitches. My wife's hot. My kids are cool. Leave me alone, okay? I don't care. I got a boat. I go on the boat. Dalton comes on the boat. They're real people.
Yeah, his fake wife is really good at wake surfing, so I thought I'd let you guys know that.
Really good at cleaning the windows too. She was cleaning the sliding glass window today, and that was exciting. She doesn't do that very often.
Better than licking them. So.
Better than licking the windows, which I have videos of my son doing. So, Jameson, next time you're on the pod, we'll make sure we show that.
Yeah.
All right, last game tomorrow, Purdue versus Michigan.
No, you didn't hit Utah Valley.
Why wasn't that on my
California
list, bro?
back.
The whack?
You're using ESPN, dude.
Oh, I didn't. I had it on the. I think.
And it's today, actually. It's tonight at midnight.
Oh yeah, you do.
Look, what does it say, right?
Oh, it's at mid. The game starts at midnight.
Yeah, we got ball all night.
Dang,
fellas.
dude. Midnight Madness.
Strap on your caffeine.
Oh,
packs
Saluki
and
said
let's go.
sounds good. I'll send you guys details.
He's gonna forget all about
Yeah,
it.
Saluki won't remember this at all.
No,
Jeff
I meant
Nester.
You 4 glasses into the.
Three
Yeah.
3 glasses of
into
whiskey.
the rye.
3 glasses of whiskey in. It's Woodford. It's the night for Woodford. It's a Saturday night and it's freaking Champ Week, dude.
Liquid death, baby.
Yeah, some
Not-
of us
not
don't
strong
have
suit.
things that we have to like care about, you know? I don't have a family. I have to keep this delusion running, brother.
Well, I gotta keep my yard mowed, so that's really.
My fence is going to blow over tomorrow. It's a fact. And I'm going to be pissed off. Anyway, yeah, well, I'll let you guys know. We will hit you up, and we'll pick a time. Monday's fine with me. I'd be fine with like a 7 or 8 o'clock. I don't know what time zone you guys are in, so.
We are going on bench points tomorrow evening,
Yes.
so keep an eye out for that. I'm not sure if they're gonna do it live. I don't know if they do anything.
I don't think they do live.
So we'll post it on Twitter, but keep an eye out for that. Those are good guys. We like them a lot. If you're not subscribed to Bench Points, head on over there, man. Sam's a big Purdue fan.
Yep.
We're big fans of theirs. They're cool dudes. So, yeah, we're doing a bracket preview show with them. Then we'll come on Monday and completely contradict ourselves
Yeah.
in our picks.
Well, we have to think about it.
Yeah, exactly.
We have to like see when you make a first bracket, the initial bracket, you have to settle in with those picks, and then you go, ick.
Yeah,
This
I
doesn't feel right.
No,
No.
Second guess.
Why did I pick Vanderbilt to the Final Four?
exactly.
This is crazy.
Yep.
Why did I do this? Why did I do that? And then you go. Normally, my second bracket is almost pure chalk. I'm like, I can't. And then my third is pure upsets. And then I find like after the initial, the chalk, the upset, I get to the right one. I get to the sweet spot, and then I kind of nail one. So that's what I'm hoping for. But you guys get to follow along for that whole ride if you want. But yeah, Blake, Saluki, I would love for you both to come on. Zach is going to come on, and we'll get maybe one more person. 6 people is a pretty cool number. And then we can kind of settle some debates. We can kind of go through some things. We can talk about like, who do you think's the biggest overseed? Who's the biggest underseed? Who's the team that everybody's going to pick to go deep that's not? Who's the team that nobody's going to pick that is? Is this going to be a chalk tournament? Is it not? So I think the more people you get, the more fun topics you can go over without just like going through and picking your bracket, because everybody does that. And nothing we say is going to affect what you do with your bracket, because it shouldn't. You should pick your bracket based on your own heart. And if you pick it on anything else, if you try to like use analytics, none of that matters in the bracket. You got to use your heart and your soul. Anyway, final game tomorrow. Let's hit it. Purdue faces Michigan. What do you expect to see? Do you think Purdue comes into this game trying to win it? Do you think Purdue comes into this game saying we're just going to, if this game gets even remotely close out of hand, 10 points, we're done? Do you think this game's even interesting? Do you think this game, either team is trying? Because I don't think Michigan's tried yet. They don't look like it. So, like, what do you think? What do you expect to see from this?
I think Michigan has a lot more on the line than Purdue does as far as like
Legacy.
momentum into the tournament, winning the Big Ten regular season championship, as well as winning the Big Ten, to be outright champs.
Yeah, to win it all.
I think they have more on the line. I also think Michigan's a team that Purdue would struggle with even if we did run full set.
Yeah.
Unless they have one of their 18 turnover days. But they had 14 against a Wisconsin team that beat them already, and they still managed to find a way to be ahead in the score box when the clock hit 0. I think we play our starters maybe what we did today. And I think we get the guys some minutes in a big game. I don't think we pull it out, but I don't think it matters either. 6 games in a row starting next Thursday.
Yeah. I've been on this since 10 games hit. I've said 10 more. I've said, here we come. That's my motto. I think we win tomorrow. I really do. The last time we played Michigan, they had 14 turnovers, and they still beat us. But we had one really bad stretch. I think, personally, that Braden, Fletcher, Trey, even Oscar, look at this game, look at this tournament as listen, we didn't get our goal. We didn't get the Big Ten title. But we can still guarantee ourselves we leave with a banner. No matter what happens in the end of this season, do you guys think No. I don't think we get a 2 seed if we beat Michigan. There's no 2 seed option. Right. Top 3 is our best bet, and that gets us to St. Louis, which is the closest. No 2 seed. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think even if we beat Michigan tomorrow, we can bump anybody really off that line. Like me and Derek were talking about earlier.
They'd already be off of it, right?
There's really no one that can get bumped if they haven't gotten bumped already.
Yeah,
Michigan
Iowa State
would be the one.
Yeah, it'd be Michigan State, Illinois.
And head-to-head,
they both beat us head-to-head.
Yeah. So.
And Andy says, I hope we're Friday, Saturday. So, Andy, this is my point. If we get the top 3, which if we beat Michigan, we will, we do get the Friday, Saturday, Sunday in St. Louis, which is what you want, right? You want that extra day of rest, extra day of prep, and that's very important. Blake says because we were a 2 seed. Yeah, no, I agree. I just think that Purdue's done too much to hurt their reputation. I don't even think it's metrically. Like I always say this to like everyone. Perception is reality, and everybody believes right now that Purdue is at least a little bit fraudulent, and you can't change that. And I just don't think Purdue gets there. Hopefully, extra day of rest. Yeah, 100% agree. Don't think we'll get a 2 either, but it's possible. Everything's possible. Sure. We don't know what the fuck sorry about my language. We don't know what they're thinking. Purdue could already be a 2 seed. Like, no matter what happens tomorrow, we don't know. And I agree, Blake, head-to-head isn't the biggest deal, but
my thing is with Michigan State, it was a home loss.
Well, and if you listen to, I know everybody here probably listens to Boilers in the Stands, but they talked to Brian Tonsoni, who does Delphi bracketology, where they have a bunch of high school kids, and they do very well every year in the bracket challenge or whatever. And they basically said the head-to-head doesn't matter unless it's very close. And Purdue, Michigan State, and Illinois are very close, and Purdue lost both. So my thought is, like, if I'm a seeder, I'm going, okay, these teams' resumes and everything very close. One team won head-to-head, one team didn't, and they both won at Mackey.
Yeah, how do you bump somebody off the 2 line? I just don't.
Yeah, I don't see it. I don't see a world.
Unless we beat Michigan by 30, maybe.
I think but the thing is, like, if we beat Michigan, we've learned this over the years. They've already made their minds up.
Yeah,
that's not changing.
Already made. Saluki said he'll be in St. Louis.
Heck yeah.
That's dope. Paint it black and gold.
Blake, this is my thing here too, because as far as Quad 1 and Quad 1A, like, we do have the best resume. We don't have a bad loss, but we just lost it. Like, the only thing I can hope for is that they look at road and neutral games with way more weight than home games.
Right.
And if they do, Purdue has a chance. But
MSU has 9 Quad 1 wins. I mean,
yeah, Purdue has 10. So
it's really close.
It's very close.
The only thing that would piss me off is if somehow Gonzaga got weaseled into a 2 seed somehow by the committee. That would really, really frustrate me. And I would have to call shenanigans.
I want Purdue to be a 3, and I want us to be in UConn's 2 bracket. That would be my dream.
Give me that.
Give me Purdue as a 3, UConn as a 2. I'd rather avoid Iowa State. I think everybody here can agree to one thing, and that's it. Houston doesn't scare me a lot, but still, it's Houston. They play a crazy style of defense. And the other 2 seed's going to be 2 seed we can't play against, which is Michigan State or Illinois. So we're either going to play, just straightforward, we're either going to play Iowa State, Houston, or UConn. Like, those are the 3 options if we're a 3 seed. So if that's the case, give me UConn all day long, please.
Said we're top 8 and WAB.
Wins above bubble, which is like their top. That's their top metric thing. So I mean, Blake, no, I'm not. Trust me, dude. Don't believe I'm arguing against Purdue here. I just don't think that the most recent results are going to make that big of a difference because Purdue's now won 2 straight quad 1 games.
Gonzaga could be our 2.
Gonzaga ain't gonna be a 2. They're down to a 4 last I saw in the matrix. So Gonzaga's not our 2, Blake. Does Florida move to a 2 seed? No, they would have, but UConn lost. So with UConn losing, the only thing I could, and then Iowa State also loses, Houston loses. So there's no, if everyone loses, everyone stays the same. It's kind of the feel there. And I've always thought this, Andy, this is the argument I have. Who gives a shit if we're a 2 or a 3? So we're playing a 15 or a 14? Like, don't care. Should win either one. You're playing a 6 or a 7? Don't care. Should win either one. Like, a 2 and a 3 just means you're matching up again. At some point in the Elite Eight, you got to face each other. And I don't really care. I'm not scared of any of the 2 seeds or 3 seeds outside of Iowa State. I do not want to see Iowa State. I'll take anybody else. Give me Houston. Give me UConn. Give me Illinois. Give me Michigan State. I don't care. Yeah, Houston, they're not going to be a 1. They lost to Arizona. And I know it was a close game, good game, but Florida's not going to get dethroned when they lost, when everybody lost. That's just my thought. Maybe I'm wrong. I think Houston's better than Florida.
Andy's back, dude.
We lost to, oh my God.
Oh, you are me, Andy.
Andy, we
You
actually,
are me,
the
dude.
crazy thing is, Andy, we did. That was the crazy one. And everybody forgets Kentucky was the 2 seed that lost to them, and we get all the blame.
You are me, Andy.
Yeah.
I'm a little more skeptical, bro. It's like, my trust levels are of that I would have if I were dating an Asian hooker.
You don't trust Asians?
Just hookers in general, really.
He doesn't trust Asians.
Yeah. But anyways,
He hates Jeremy Lin.
I would not trust her very much, and I hate to say it. I don't trust Purdue. Please.
7 more.
Prove me wrong.
Are we even using this? I don't know if that works.
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
If we're not,
I'm used to my headphones where when I get close, it gets really loud.
if we're not using that, then it's gonna sound
Somebody
I'm
should-
surprised people are actually watching this.
Somebody just
Because
watched
you
our
are-
mouths move.
You are hitting this, and if you're not using the mic, that's loud.
Oh my gosh. No, I do think you're right. I think that people's trust levels is low. Mine's high. I think this team has that gear. And I think this was like people are so quick to forget, dude. Number 1 team in the country, preseason, 17-1 to start the season, blew out Texas Tech. There's a lot of things about this year that went really well. Was there a stretch that was poor? Of course there was. But during that stretch, we also beat Nebraska on the road and Iowa on the road convincingly. We beat IU by 30 plus. A lot of bad things happened.
29.
But we lost to Illinois on a miracle game by 1 guy.
29.
Okay, 29. My point is, Purdue is every bit still the team they were when the season started. Maybe this season lulled them to sleep a little. If nobody's ever been through something that's happened every year over and over again, I get it.
Put that game on, dude.
But what game are we talking about?
UVA, dude.
But, we need to get to a point where we can say, I told you this, right? I'm sorry I keep hitting this fucking table. I did it again. I said it to you, 63, that to me, I changed my mind when the season ended. This is a new season, 10 in a row. It's what we needed. We've gotten 3 so far. We need 7 more. Can we do it? Who knows? I don't care. I have no expectations. My expectation is play hard, do your best. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
Is that what you got?
What do you got?
Play hard. Let's see what
Let's
happens.
see what happens, brother. What do you want me to say? You want me to say oh, I don't think we have a chance? No, screw that, dude. I'm over that.
Did I say that?
But you feel that. I can
No,
feel
I
it.
don't.
I can
I-
feel.
I feel a sense of skepticism. I feel a sense of Purdue postseason fear that I think a lot of fans share with me, whereas there's not high levels of trust, like I just got done saying. It's like it is Matt Painter is still our coach. He has had issues in the past, and I don't think we'll lose in the first 2 rounds. I'm not saying that, but my expectation isn't the first 2 rounds. My expectation isn't a Sweet 16. I think with the key pieces, anything less than a Final Four is a letdown this year, and I have a small amount of fear regarding that. It's like, because I don't want to see the big three go out with anything less than a Final Four run this year.
Yeah.
And that is a fear of mine. It's not the first round fear. I think we get it done. I think these guys have too much in the bag. I think they have too much riding on this. They've waited so long for this. There was so much talk about practice. Braden posting that, like, the regular season meant nothing once the title hopes slipped away. But I think if you don't have that skepticism and fear a little bit, then
Just close it.
you're tenfold above me, because I just have this realism about me that it is possible. It's always possible in March. Doesn't matter who you are. March knows no victors. Like, you can get beat any day of the tournament. That's why it's March Madness. That's why we all love it, and it sucks when it's your team that takes that L. And you hear about it forever. We're still hearing about it. Forever. We still hear about FDU believe it.
We win the title this year. It's going to be, well, you still lost to a 16
It's
seed.
just, you never hear the end of it. But, I really pray this team goes far. And I pray that, everyone's safe. Everyone makes it out of March healthy. Love our guys. I do just hold on to a bit of skepticism.
Yeah. All extremely fair. And I'm with you. I've just think I've tried, at least whether it's real or not, I've tried to mentally let go of the skepticism this year since the postseason started, and say I'm going to go in with a fresh brain. It's the last chance I get with these guys, and no matter how much we get excited for next year, it could be terrible. Painter has a history of showing that when a reset happens, we have a really bad year after a big class leaves. And for now, I'm just going to hope that these guys want it as much as I do, as much as you do, as much as you guys as fans do. And I think they do. I really do. I really think that Braden, Fletcher, and TKR do not want to go out without at least, a minimum, another Final Four run. And I expect them to get there, because they haven't let me down since their freshman year. Even last year when we lost to Houston, that was bad officiating. We played a good enough game to win, and we should have been in a Final Four again, and because we would have smoked Tennessee. Everyone knows that. And to me, it's like, I don't think these guys are going to let us down. I don't think they're going to let us down. I think they let us down all season, and I think that's enough for them. I don't think they're going to do it again. Dip pretzels are fire. And I got me a Snickers here I'm about to eat when this is over. Not sponsors, but really wish you were. Really wish you were. It could be great. Could be a great combo.
Yeah.
One of the best combos.
Speaking of combos.
Yeah, excited for tomorrow. We'll try to maybe go live at some point. We'll see what happens. There's obviously with the Purdue game following right into March Madness show, it kind of gets tough timing wise. So we either have to go before that, or then we're going to be on Bench Points Pod. And again, make sure you go check them out, and we'll post links to that too. But Monday we're going to try to, it sounds like we're going to have a good group for Around the Horn kind of style, and that'll be really fun. Blake, Saluki, whoever else, Zach's going to join. We'll find one more. We'll get 6. And
Sam.
Yeah, Sam could join. We'll make it happen. We'll find the right amount of people, but it's going to be fun. So make sure you check that stuff out, guys. And then once March Madness rolls, me and Dalton are going to watch the games hopefully together the whole time, and at least Thursday, Friday. So we'll kind of be popping in periodically live, and if you don't want to watch, don't. And if you do, great. We'll kind of, like, at the breaks, there's always those windows, right, during March Madness where, like, 3 games start at the same time, and then they all end, and it's, like, super exciting.
And you get sad.
Yeah, and then you get like a 30-minute window where every game's in the first half, so you can come on.
And you get sad, dude.
Yeah, and we get sad, but I think it'll be fun. And then Friday we'll do the same thing. Hopefully Purdue's playing again on Sunday, and we'll do some more stuff. But looking forward to it. And it's been a great season, honestly, with the podcasts, and a lot of you guys that are loyal listeners. We really appreciate it. Like,
My guys.
to go from 0 followers to almost 300 in a single year. May not sound like a lot, but like as we watch and we exist with other podcasts, like it is a massive jump and a massive leap, and that goes out to you guys, the fans, for really sticking with us, listening to us suck for a really long time, listening to us still suck, and listening to us just ramble and babble about things that don't matter. But somebody out there likes it, and I hope it's you. But it really does mean a lot to us, guys. Like we hope we can get credentials eventually, but it's a very tight, like, you got to know who you know type of group, and maybe we won't, maybe we will. I watch Boiled Sports, who has 3,000 plus subscribers and 400 live listeners, and he's not monetizing, he's not getting credentials, he doesn't care. And I'm like, that's great.
Love of the game,
I love that guy, and I might reach out to him in this off season and say, like, can we combo somehow and kind of bounce off each other so we can kind of help you with that side of it, because that guy deserves some credit because he's an OG and he's been doing it for a while. But really appreciate everybody. It means a lot. If you know anybody else who loves Purdue and loves the content game, send them our way. The interviews have been great for us, and that's honestly a testament to Purdue basketball players and the culture that they would allow a small podcast like us to come on. I know I want Clough on, bro.
We've tried so hard.
I literally DM with his mom like almost daily. It's insane that I
tried so hard.
I'm almost partially convinced that they don't even know who their son is, because like I talked to his mom and his dad, and neither one can get Clough to talk to me. I just don't think he wants to talk to anybody, if I'm being honest.
He hasn't been on any show, man.
Yeah.
So it's just is what it is.
We're gonna keep going though. We got PJ at the end of the season. We're going to get more players. Like some of these new guys coming in, I will get some of these new guys on. I have already bothered the hell out of them. And I will continue to do it. And I'll find him. I'll go find Luke Ertl and interview him in person if I have to. But, yeah, man, it's great. We love you guys. The interviews have been awesome. Like getting to interview Chris Kramer, Isaac Haas, like even Aaron Fine, and some of these, like, honestly, the best one of all was Oakland's head coach. Like,
Yeah.
Like being able to interview some of these guys is honestly something I never expected I would do starting this. Like when we started this, it was like we do this anyway, let's just go do it on camera.
Right.
And then we started talking to these guys, and it became like, wow, man, like people are willing to talk to us. And I think we do a good job at interviews. Like I don't like to toot our own horn a lot because I think we suck at almost everything, but like we are pretty good about questions and just making people feel somewhat comfortable. And, we've always tried to be fan first. Blake's come on. We've had other people on the show. Jeff's come on. Isaac Romig's come on. Whether you like him or not, doesn't matter. Like, we're a fan first podcast, and people are going to, we went on Nick Arvin's show, who does Locked On. Everybody in this community can help each other, and I think a lot of times some of the bigger podcasts and stuff don't always want to do that, and that's fine. That's their option. They don't have to. But for us, if you're somebody who wants to start a podcast, or if you're somebody who's just trying to get into the space, just wants to get your voice out there, like, we want you to be a part of that. Like, we encourage everyone. What do they say? Rising tides lift all ships. So appreciate you guys. Sorry about the long ramble there, but I really felt like I really needed to help you guys out, or help myself out mentally, and just letting everybody know that you guys are appreciated. And we really, after a long season that's already happened, and we're about to go into the off season, like probably trying to steal some Cubs fans and some golf fans and stuff. Derek Rance. Dude, that should be sorry, dude. Dude, you know what you need to start doing? Put a clock counter on it. Like, see how long, like, I feel like Bragg sometimes when I get going. And I learned from Bragg's, like, I watch a lot of Bragg stuff. So anyway, thank you guys. I'll stop there. Thank you guys. Boiler up. We're going to win tomorrow. We're going to win the Big Ten title. It's 7 more games. Here we come.
Here we go. Boiler up, folks. We'll talk to you soon. Check out
Bench Points Pod.
Bench Points. Check it out.
All right, guys. Peace.